Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James Donaldson Brink, and we are one. Today, I want to talk about a special little thing I got in the mail, and that is this thing. Well, okay, not quite this thing. Maybe something a little different, but it is quite similar, and it's from AliExpress, so it's pretty budget-friendly, also a little cheaper on the material and the development. It is a budget-friendly Killswitch clone. It's essentially a clone, honestly, with some differences. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So make sure to watch the whole thing and to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. Now let's get into this quick sneak peek / review, as I've used this a little bit now. Let's just showcase this off. Now the plastic, the shell right here, the front part seems pretty similar. The plastic doesn't feel as nice in the sense of it definitely feels like it is cast from cheaper, less protective material, whereas the one with the Killswitch almost feels like it's a composite. I don't think it is, but it definitely feels better. It also clips in like this, where the Killswitch clips in with these nubs. Now this will prevent it, so if you drop it, from popping open. If you drop this, I'm not going to do a drop test. I know the Killswitch can survive a drop test, but this I'm not going to test. I don't do that type of stuff. But this little piece, the little hook right here, the little latch, the piece that secures this front cover would most likely pop off. I can almost guarantee it. It's nice that it comes off easily, but if you drop-wise, it's not. Then you have the trigger guards right here, and they clip in. They add a lot of bulk to it, more so than the Killswitch. It just really wasn't worked through. I think they were trying to make this really quick and didn't do a lot of R&D, where I believe the Killswitch was maybe a little over R&D'd, except for the obviously the kickstand, which, by the way, this thing does have. This also portion is very snug. It takes a lot to get this on, and be careful because you could hurt your triggers and your bumper up here, in the sense of, like, if you get to be careful, you're going to rip that thing off. It's a more rough and not flexible material. It's a rubber, just like the Killswitch. The Killswitch, though, has dual type grip, along with a very almost fuzzy rubber grip. And it definitely has more give, and it has more flex, which is gonna absorb more when it gets dropped. Where this, it's probably not going to, and most likely it is just going to ruin the plastic in the inside if it drops. So I wouldn't suggest this to be like a drop protection kind of case. This would be more something I throw it into my bag kind of protection. Where if it's just backpack, side bag, some of the stuff that, like the Tom Talk case, I love. This is a good companion for it if you want to add a little extra protection. It does have a kickstand. This is the best thing, and this is the thing that probably beats the Killswitch because, it doesn't kill your fan. It pops out. I wouldn't say it's the sturdiest one I've seen, but it's definitely up there in the sense of I don't think this thing would break anytime soon, and it clips in really easy. So clips in, it'll stay up, where I've had some other kickstands that don't do that, including the Killswitch. The Killswitch kickstand, if you set it down a little too hard, it'll just flop over and pop the kickstand off. They're going to fix that in the newer one, but there's not one out right now, so this is going to beat it because you can't get a Killswitch right now. But this clips in, and honestly, I really like this mechanism. Now, we'll get to it in a second. The kickstand it's a double-edged sword. It's really nice. They should have placed it a little higher because it pretty much makes docking pointless, because you can't do it without taking the case off. The case is really difficult to get off, so it's the biggest downside, and it will greatly affect my recommendation at the end of this video. Now, it does have holes, like essentially little vents right here, that allow for heat distribution a little bit better. I don't know if that's much of an issue. I haven't tested it with a temperature gun yet, but it's nice to kind of see that's there, but I don't know if it actually does anything. The fan guard is not blocked. The top portion has actually this little overlay button that allows you to click down the power button easier, and also the up and down volume. And it's not bad. I've seen some gimmicky stuff that does, like on phones and all that. This one, I like it. It still has a pretty deep crevice to get to the power and the audio auxiliary jack, but it's not. It's pretty comparable to the Killswitch's version of it, with the Killswitch being a little thicker in areas, but the Killswitch is compatible with some of the docks. While this is very I'll show you in a little bit, but it is not very compatible with the docks. Besides that, like I said, it has a lot of the same features, features in the sense of it's a protective case. It has a shell on the front. It allows you to get to other things. It's a little rough though. Right here, getting to this, it's not very pleasant. It's the edges are very harsh. I wouldn't say that they're sharp enough to cut you, but these pieces really are. It's not very pleasant. Getting to the back buttons is, I feel like, a little easier actually than on the Killswitch, but it's not that big a deal. The top portion, the bumpers up here, do get covered a little bit, where I didn't have that issue as much with the Killswitch. You can push it forward. As you see, I got it to cut and not to do that, but it tends to sometimes naturally just pop down there. So it's definitely lacking, I think, some R&D personally, but I think if you really like the Killswitch and don't want to spend the money, it's not a bad price. It's not a bad deal. Now, on to the drop test. Onto some docks. So we got the M.2 JSOX dock right here. It fits, but it doesn't really fit. It fits forward. So you could get it to work, you could set it down, and it will fall over. It will flop forward, and it's useless on the M.2. Now, the official Steam Deck dock, it's useless too. It's not going to work, especially since this one doesn't have any weight on the back to help keep it there. It's worthless. The only one I could get it to work with is the iVolar, which is the one I recommend anyone that has a case. You're going to do pretty good with this. Now, that being said, it still does go forward much more than it should, but I can get it to stay there. It's not amazing, but it is much better than any of the other docks. And with it also, it's a good dock. So this is definitely the one you'd want for this type of case. Beyond that, you can also do the dongle dock, the one where you can pop open the kickstand and then just have your little dongle dangling from here with an HDMI and whatnot. It's good for traveling. I like the dongle docks for traveling, as opposed to these types of docks, the stand docks that are good for stationary, staying at home and all that. So, who is this for? Do I recommend this over the Killswitch? My final verdict on something like this would be, if you really want a Killswitch, you don't want to support D-brand, and you don't care about dock play, and you want to save a little bit of money to put towards an SD card, you should get this. If you want that light protection of not getting scratches, throwing it in a bag, and not having drop protection, but beyond that, this might be for you. If you want the best version of a protective case like this with a shell and with drop protection, as tested by YouTubers, the Killswitch, hands down. Yes, the kickstand is kind of garbage, in my opinion. It's not garbage. It's just there's better things than, honestly, this. But it does still work with the dock, where with this generic one, it doesn't really. With that being said, you can't get this right now. But if you wait a couple months, you can get one with the new interlocking mechanism for the kickstand and other accessories that they plan to provide for it. So in the end, I still recommend the Killswitch over this generic AliExpress version. While the kickstand is awesome, it really is that double edge, kills the docking experience. But I honestly, beyond that, if you want that protection, if you want to be near Killswitch style, because I haven't seen anything quite like this yet, this for the price of around $16, I think, on AliExpress, or something similar. You can get it for around $20 on Amazon. definitely beats the Killswitch's price, but the Killswitch is a much more premium device in the sense of it is just an all-around better produced, researched device. While this one has, you know, a lot of niceties to it, it's limiting. The Killswitch almost doesn't limit you on anything except for like the official dock and the kickstand, which is going to be resolved soon. So if you can wait a little longer, I'd wait for the Killswitch, but budget friendly, go for this. Budget friendly, I would definitely say approved, but not for docking. Okay, with that, let me know in the comments below which one of these is interesting to you. If you don't like either, that's fine. What's your favorite case or not case? We don't have to all like the same thing. I'm curious, which one would you choose and why? So let me know in those comments below. Also, you can find links to this Killswitch budget case and shell in the description, along with a bunch of other accessories to Amazon. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Later!